So, we're in the shop. As you notice, this is the 49 Willys truck that I showed you in the video I posted today. And it occurred to me uh, that some of y'all maybe have never even seen this truck. It's been a long time since I actually did a video dedicated to the truck. I did a few right after I got it. Um, but that's been several years ago now, and it occurred to me, I'm like, you know what? I've never given them, I need to give them a fresh rundown on this truck, and why is it so special? I have to give you a rundown, all right? So we're going to give you a rundown right now. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give you the rundown. And part of that rundown is explaining why is this truck what some would call ultra sick, ultra rare, nifty king culo groovy. All right. Now, any of y'all that's been following, sorry for that, any of y'all that's been following the channel that know the Red Clay Traveler, all right, you know I'm a four-wheel drive kind of guy, all right? I like four-wheel drives. In fact, if it was up to me in the Red Clay Traveler dictatorship, there wouldn't be allowed two-wheel drive vehicles, with the exception of this, all right? In this case, it's the only case, this being two-wheel drive is what makes it so freaking rare, all right? They made two-wheel drive Willys trucks. They made them from the beginning up to about, I've seen varying figures, but somewhere around like 1952-ish or 3, all right? But we're talking extreme low numbers. When we're looking at the total number of Willys trucks that they ever made from 1946 to 1964, we're talking the total number is roughly a little over 200,000. How many of them do you think they made that were two-wheel drive? We don't actually know for certain. We have guesses, but it's pretty rare. All right, when it comes to a conventional Willys truck, two-wheel drive ones are quite rare. Obviously, because one of the main selling points of a Willys truck was the fact that it was four-wheel drive. That was one of the things that made it exceptionally rare, because up until International got in the game, there was only two automakers at the time that were making production four-wheel drive vehicles, and that was Dodge with their Power Wagon and Willys Overland with their trucks and wagons and Jeeps. All right. So until International introduced their four-wheel drive production four-wheel drive vehicles in like 1956 or so, Willys had the market cornered for years. So did Dodge. All right. Now, listen, I ain't no hater on Dodge. I like Dodge. I like Dodge Power Wagons, the old ones, the real ones. The ones that had the advertisements that said things like, the truck that needs no roads. Stuff like that, all right? That's badass. I don't care who you are. That's a badass slogan. I'm not going to lie. But the Willys Overland truck, Willys really pushed hard the fact that they were making four-wheel drives, that they were economic to drive, they were cost efficient, that they were capable. Willys pushed that hard. So it was kind of odd that they would make this truck two-wheel drive. Now, I've read things that said that Willys considered this truck to be like a three-quarter ton. I've read other stuff that claimed that it was a half ton. I'm not entirely sure what it actually would classify as in the 40s, because its spring packs look identical to my four-wheel drive one ton Willys truck. So I'm not sure. I think that it's loosely a three-quarter ton as far as Willys was concerned. But regardless, the fact that it's two-wheel drive makes it exceedingly rare. All right. The other thing that makes it rare is the fact that it's in such good condition. All right. If you're a Willys man, like the Red Clay Traveler, and nobody could ever mistake the Red Clay Traveler as somebody that wasn't pro-Willys, all right? I'm pro-Willys, and I vote, and I love Willys Overland products, all right? I do. I was born too late. I was cheated, robbed. I should have been able to buy a truck like this brand new off the lot, but I was cheated, all right? Regardless, for them to make this truck two-wheel drive was kind of strange, all right? This truck in particular is strange. It's got quite a lot of things that are kind of strange. All right, most two-wheel drive trucks they've made, wagons and trucks, and even their CJ2As and the ones they sold, a DJ2A, for example, the mail Jeeps. Most of those were two-wheel drive, three on the tree. All right, this truck It's 3 in the floor. All right, so somebody ordered this one, or maybe Willys just produced one here and there that was 3 in the floor, but that's somewhat unusual considering it's 2-wheel drive. It's also got a rather unusual ashtray in it that I've only ever seen another couple pictures, and those were in wagons. Its ashtray is in a strange location. Considering that I have another 49 truck just outside, its ashtray is not in the location that this truck's ashtray is. This truck also has oval pedals. I'm going to show you all this. I'm just giving you the rundown. This truck's got oval pedals, which is kind of strange. I've never seen another Willys truck, or vehicle for that matter, that had oval pedals. I understand that the early Willys, like in the 30s and whatnot, that they had oval pedals. It is possible that somebody took the pedals out of an older Willys, or probably any other truck, because the threads are probably pretty similar, and they put them in this truck. I don't know. I really don't. All I know is they look badass, and they're staying. That's all I know. But let's talk about the condition. If you've been around any Willys trucks, if you're in the southeast, certainly, you'll know that most of them are in pretty horrendous shape. Hence why the regular traveler drove to Oklahoma to get this one. Why he's went to Arkansas, went to Oklahoma twice, Arkansas twice. Why I do that is because they're in superior shape out there. This truck's from Oklahoma. Now, this truck, the last time, I've got its tag back here hanging on the wall that I will show you momentarily. The last time this truck was registered was 1984. Okay? Its tag was attached to it when I bought it. And it says, Oklahoma's okay, farm truck, 1984. All right? Last time I checked, 1984, other than being a book by George Orwell, was also not yesterday. So it's been sitting for quite a while. Unless we're in the assumption they drove it post 1984 and just never did bother to re-up their tag, which maybe they did. I don't know. The truck has no engine in it. It didn't have one in it when I got it. But the bell housing and transmission's all there. The transmission, I thought, was stuck, the shifter tower anyway, but it's not. It actually shifts really good. The transmission's not mounted, so I don't know what happened to this truck. Maybe the rear end blew out of it, and they pulled the engine and put it in something else. Maybe the engine blew up, they pulled the engine out, they were going to rebuild it, but then they never did. I don't know. All I know is that the truck is in amazing condition with or without an engine. All right, now I'm going to walk you around the best I can and show you why this truck is in above average condition for any Willys truck, but certainly a 2-wheel drive Willys truck. All right, the lighting's bad. I'm doing the best I can. I've got lights ordered, but they're, well, actually, I've got them. I've got one of them up, but I've got to wire them in. So let me grab a flashlight real quick so that I can show you a little bit better. Just soak up the Willys right there. All right. This is going to be a little shaky Blair Witch action, but it'll be worth it, I promise. All right, so this truck has been sitting for a long time, all right? And if you open the door in here, there was rat nests built up in the floors all the way level with the top of that toolbox, both sides. The floor on this driver's side is completely intact. It's got some surface rust, but it's completely intact. It's in remarkably good condition. Now, there is a rust hole over there on the passenger side, which probably could be from the heater core leaking, or maybe they had a bag of salt or fertilizer or something over there. But it's not up into the side of the cab right there. It's isolated right there. That'll be an easy fix. We're not really worried about that. Both door, this one's locked down. The handle's there, and I've got the handle for the passenger side right there, but they were having trouble with the door handles apparently. This rocker, remarkably good. The drip rail is phenomenal all the way around. There's no rot in the drip rail. If you know anything about Willys trucks, you know they're extremely prone to rot along that drip rail, like notorious, because it's just like a nice little gutter that holds water, and they'll rot out right here. I've seen them rotted all the way down here into the windshield. This one, flawless. Look at that, flawless. All right. They also rot really bad right in here, real bad right here on top of the cowl. This one, flawless. All right. Both windshields. I don't think either windshield's got a crack in it. It's missing the driver's glass, and it's missing the, well, it's got the passenger glass, but it's broken. All right. The engine compartment in here, very complete. Still got cloth wiring over here. Still got cloth wiring running up the headlights. You've got your air cleaner. Battery box is in really good shape. You've got your horn right here. We've still got our exhaust right here. Leaf springs are in good shape. They're not broken. Highly unusual. A lot of Willys trucks I've had in the past had broken leaf springs. We've got a step right here. Really good shape. Side of the bed's good. All up in here is fantastic. This fender has got some dents in it, but it's got no rust in it. Back of the bed with the hand-painted letters right there. Phenomenal. Come around back here to the back. Your rear cross member. It's got some loose surface rust on it, but it's not rotted through. It's not broken, bent, or damaged. Bed floor's got a little bit of action in here, but I can walk in there on top of this. You want me to show you? I'll show you real quick. Let me show you. All right. As y'all know, as people's pointed out in the comments, I'm not a skinny feller. All right. Here I am walking on the rust holes in the truck bed from 1949. Okay. So what I'm saying is that damage is not the end of the world. I can patch that up. That's no big deal. We're not worried about that at all. All right. The bed sides, they got a couple dents, but they're not rotted. These trucks are real prone to rot off up here. Okay. None of that. It's in phenomenal condition. Phenomenal. It really is. All right. Another area that they rot is these stake pockets. These stake pockets, which it's extremely hard to show you, but the stake pockets have a cap on the bottom. So when it rains in them, it fills it up and they rot out right here. Every stake pocket on this thing, virginal, fantastic condition. Okay. I mean, like it's really is just above average. I mean, like it's amazing the condition. This fender, it's got some dents in it. Not gonna lie, zero rust though. This side of the bed, plumbing, heating, air, fantastic. Here's the tailgate, which is actually the reason why I bought the truck to start with. I didn't know the truck was in this good a shape when I went and bought it. I genuinely didn't know. I just knew this tailgate was beautiful. So I bought it for the tailgate and then realized that the truck was amazing. Here's the tag right here. Oklahoma is okay, farm truck. And you probably can't see it. You've got November right there. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's faded real bad. Yeah, there it is. 1984. All right. So that's the last time that it was registered. All right, coming along this side. Step right here. Fantastic. Not rotted. Bed skirts, fantastic. Bed sidewall, fantastic. Stake pocket, perfect. This door is jammed. It used to open. I probably could open it from the other side, so we might try that here in a second. We've got one dent down here in that little fake step area. You've got a little touch of rust right there in that cowl. Very isolated, very easy to fix, no issue. This rocker, good condition. Got a little dent in it, but not bad. The frame on it, like I say, the frame, very nice. It's got some mud on it in there, some Oklahoma mud, but very good condition. We'll probably need to take those bump stops off because that's where they're real prone to rust because they hold moisture against the frame. So we'll pop those off. That one's broken over there anyway. Let me put the camera back on its tripod because I don't want to whip you all around, make you nauseous. All right, let's get you back on the tripod. But I wanted to show you a walk around a little bit. That way you know why it's so damn sick. You need to know why it is. I need to show you why. All right, sorry, we're back. We got you mounted up on the tripod, and I was in the middle of explaining why this truck is sick. All right. Quite honestly, if you don't recognize that it's sick, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is. It is. It is. You know, it's like Joe Dirt says, how does Palsy Track work on a Plymouth? It just does, all right? This is just sick. I don't care if you think it's sick or not. Maybe you're into tub and shaved Monte Carlos. Maybe you think that's sick. You know, I think it's sick, but probably in a different way from, the people that like it do. But regardless, this truck is where it's at, all right? I like this truck. I like it a lot. I like it more all the time. I like it more while I'm standing here looking at it. Somebody put this wrong mirror on it, and fortunately, it's severely compromised. So we're going to take this sucker off. Um, we're going to have to put I've actually got the glass for both sides uh, out of a different Willys truck that I had. So we're going to have some glass in it. The rear glass is not broken. Nope. And the windshield's not broken, I don't believe. Well, it's got a star in it. It's got a star in it right there in the center. But you know what? We ain't worried about that. All right. Basically, we're going to touch up these little spots of rust on the other side on the floor and in the bed. We're going to touch that up, patch it up a little bit. We're going to Brillo pad it down once it's running. We're going to Brillo pad it down, and we're probably going to do a white clear or maybe just shot clear it, clear coat it, because it's got 75 layers of paint on it and it's got a patina that you can't even deal with. All right, you can't really appreciate how sick the patina is, and I'm not even one of those patina kind of guys. I'm just saying it took a long time for this truck to get this kind of character on it, and it'd be a shame for me just to paint it back red or blue or whatever. It took a long time for it to get like this, and I think I'm going to leave it just like it is. I think so. Anyway, I was curious to see if this door would open, because I swear it used to, so we'll crawl in here, see if that door opens. Oh. Hopefully a copper-headed rattle moccasin doesn't try to attack us. Yep, there it goes. Yep, door opens. Like I say, I've got the handle here. The internals of it, I don't know if they're any good or not, but we might be able to soak it and get it back working. But we've got the core of the handle, which is the hard part to get. Anyway, this door does open. It is missing, which is almost every Willys truck I've ever seen or owned or anything. It's missing the retainer that keeps the door from opening too far. And you can see where somebody's opened it too far and it's made contact with the cowl. This is a very common, oops, dang it. It's a very common problem on these trucks. Not sure why, but it is. And I just managed to lock myself back out again. The Jubal's missing one. A lot of the other trucks I've had didn't have either one of them. Not sure why that is, but apparently it was a problem back in the day. So, it's not an issue. I can put a strap on it to keep it from opening too far, and it didn't damage the cowl, just put a little paint line on it. It did stretch the side of the tub, or side of the body here a little bit, but it's nothing critical. Door still opens fine. The inside of the cab in here is going to need an extensive amount of cleaning, pressure washing. There's a little bit, like I say, there's that one spot in the passenger floor over here. There's a couple other holes in the floor, but overall I give it, I don't know, 85% intact on the passenger side, which is 100% better than most Willys trucks anywhere around here. All right, so what I'm saying is this truck's a unit. Willys Overland trucks for life. Little side note real quick before we go. This truck's got a couple split rims on them, which most people will tell you are as dangerous as a cocked gun to your head, all right? We're going to take them off, because I don't particularly like them myself. And we're going to put some Willys Overland wheels on this sucker, because I know a guy. He's got a red beard. He's kind of handsome. He has some just outside. So we're going to put those on here. But I'm excited. I really am. I really look forward to hearing this truck run and pulling out those shop doors right there, cruising around, seeing how she runs, seeing how the tranny feels. And then after that's done, we can worry about figuring out what to do with these weird brakes on it, and if we can even do that, or if we're going to have to convert it in the front. I don't know. But I am the Red Clay Traveler. I love you all deeply, deeply love you. And hit that subscribe button. If this is the second or third or fifth or 20th time that you've watched me, my analytics tell me that over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed. Come on now. I ain't charging you nothing. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. Just hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to do that, hit the like button. If you don't want to do that, just share it. If you don't want to do that, at least give me a comment. Tell me I'm stupid or something. People do it all the time. All right? Just don't be afraid to interact. If you got some questions, if I can answer them, I will answer them. If you got some questions that, if you want to buy a part or something from me, I've had some guys reaching out to me here lately. My email is on my page. It's redclaytraveler@yahoo.com. You shoot me an email. If I've got the part or I know where you might could get it, I'm more than glad to help you. The goal of the channel is Willys Trucks and helping guys with Willys Trucks and maybe just entertaining you with some Willys Trucks and my stupid face. All right, that's the whole point of the channel. Don't be afraid to interact with the Red Clay Traveler is what I'm trying to tell you. I've got all kinds of parts and crap around here. All kinds of stuff. A guy just reached out to me a while ago from Louisiana asking me if I had a part, and guess what? The Red Clay Traveler had one in stock, and I put it in the mail to him. All right? If you're watching, by the way, it was good talking to you. I've enjoyed it. Anyway, what I'm saying is interact with the Red Clay Traveler. I love you. I ain't doing all this just for fun. I'm doing this because there ain't a whole hell of a lot of Willys content on YouTube. Not specifically trucks. I can tell you that. There's some other one-off videos of auction sites and stuff like that. We're talking about dedicated love for Willys trucks. Love. We're talking about genuine love. I love them. As Alan Jackson would say, like little kids love pennies. All right? I am the Red Clay Traveler. Don't forget, love that Willys truck like it loves you. Its heart's pure. Soul is like driven snow. Conquer it till it gets to the sea, all right? And when we get to the sea, we're going to weep because there's nothing left to conquer in our sick two-wheel drive Willys. Yeah, buddy, get it, yeah!